Okay, we're gonna take a look at the foliage converter and cleaner. To be brief, the foliage converter and cleaner is a way for you to simply just clean up all the overlapping and all the clipping that the foliage tool leaves behind. For example, when you're trying to make a forest area with these trees, for example, all the trees are gonna clip together and it's not gonna look good. So we need to clean this up. So first thing we need to do is go over to this tab, the foliage, to get array variable. We need to grab all the static meshes of this foliage that we spawned in here and put them in this array, and then we can convert them to get elements. Now it's gonna take a while to convert them. After it's converted, we can load them in the quick manipulation tab. And now we can just hit the clean foliage and it will just delete all the ones that are clipping. And now we are left behind with a nice and clean forest area, and it's that simple. I can just keep repeating this and it's very quick. Okay, we can hit the clean foliage. Nice, now we are left behind with a nice forest area that we can populate with other things like huts or buildings. Okay, now I'm gonna take a look at another example of the foliage converter and cleaner. So I'm gonna reload the project and come back to this. Alright, we're back in the project. So for this example here, I have a scene over here that I want to populate with vegetation and stuff on all these logs and the rocks. So I have a bunch of mushrooms in here that I want to put on all of these logs, and then I want to make use of the foliage cleaner after I populate them. However, as you can see, I'm not able to paint anything on these logs, and that's because they are not static mesh actors. So we need to make sure that they are static mesh actors. So if you spawn these with any of the environmental tools blueprints and you baked them and you converted them to an HISM component, you need to break it after that, and you can find the button in the default tab. And now all of these meshes are individuals. That's good. So once they are now into SM baked blueprints, we are able to use the foliage tool on them. So now I can go ahead and just paint as much as I like on all of these logs. And I don't care about them clipping together or anything like that, because I'm going to use the foliage cleaner on them after. So after you're happy with what where you put them, we head over back to the global utilities, and we need to put them in we need to convert them to get elements first before we clean them. So I'm just navigating to the meshes on my other monitor right now and drop them in the foliage to get. Now we can convert them to get elements. Okay, after they have been converted, we can populate the quick manipulation variable with the mushrooms. And then now we can hit clean foliage. Now, because this is a very dense area, it's gonna take a little bit longer to clean all of this up, but it's doing it. You should keep this below 10,000 elements, so it's good to work in chunks. Alright, that took a while, but now it cleaned it up perfectly. And if you look closely, there's not going to be anything clipping. It's going to look right, it's going to look natural. Even though we spammed the crap out of the foliage tool, we still ended up with perfectly distributed vegetation on all these logs. So this is very important for my project because it's first person and I know players will be looking up close on a lot of the environment. So I hope this was useful to you. And next we're gonna take a look at on all the static mesh rigging and static mesh editing in the plugin editor.